right, Mr. TALIAFERRO TV. Y'all see, I had to bring out like the big boy setup. Well, first and foremost, before I get into this video, please go subscribe to the Ferro Reacts channel. I'm growing that bad boy. It's gonna touch 100,000 subscribers this year. Trust me on that. Go to that channel. I'll have more NBA trade breakdowns on what the heck happened today, because I think that's a question everyone's asking. This turned from one of the most uneventful deadlines, because they pushed it up 2 weeks, to one of the craziest deadlines. And it's not like, you know, Blake Griffin got traded a week ago. It's not like we seen like a blockbuster deal today, but the Cavs made so many small deals, it all became like this one blockbuster trade. So I want to break down in this video everything that transpired today. Again, follow that Ferro Reacts YouTube for more content on this. I'm gonna talk about it in depth a little bit more than I'll do on the hip hop based channel that is this one. So last night LeBron drilled the game winner. That's a picture, that's a still shot of LeBron after he drilled the game winner against the Minnesota Timberwolves in overtime. Final score 140-138. LeBron carried that team to that win. He had the game-saving block on the other end against Jimmy Butler, and then he scored the game-winning 2 with no time left against Jimmy Butler on the other end, right? It was pathetic how LeBron had to carry that Cleveland Cavaliers team, and let's just call it a spade. That team had no chemistry. Guys didn't look comfortable out there playing with each other. It looked bad. So this morning, the Cavs owner, Dan Gilbert, and their general manager, Kobe Altman, said it's time to make some trades. So I'm going to go through and break down, because a lot of guys, like, I don't even know who all is still on the Cavs team. I'll go through and tell you who's still around. So for starters, LeBron's still there, obviously. J.R. Smith's still there. Tristan Thompson's still there. And by the way, people are not even realizing this. Jeff Green is still there, right? And a couple other guys. Kevin Love's injured. He'll be back in a couple months. But let's talk about the guys that they got rid of. Number one, I thought this guy had to go more than anyone else. Isaiah Thomas had to go. Isaiah Thomas, he only played 14 games with Cleveland, ladies and gentlemen. He missed half the year with a hip injury. He came after surgery, and it didn't work, man. Isaiah Thomas was running his mouth in them post-game pressers. I'm going to just be honest with you. He was a reporter's dream. I'm a reporter. He's a reporter's dream because he's telling you the facts, but you're used to players sugarcoating stuff more and not like being so straightforward with you, because the chemistry in the locker room, you're messing that up, Isaiah. Isaiah had to go. Isaiah thought he was a star, but the reality of the situation is Isaiah probably is a good role player. I think what we've seen in Boston the last 2 years with Isaiah was because he had Brad Stevens as his head coach. Isaiah had to go. It wasn't there with him and LeBron. I just don't think, I think Isaiah wanted to be there. I just think nobody else wanted Isaiah there. He's 5'9", he can't defend. The team is better without him. They won 18 out of 20 games without him. When he came back, they started looking disgustingly bad. They were losing a few games before he came back, but they looked terrible when he got back. You can't keep him on the floor at the end of games. He can't defend anyone on the court at 5'9". He ain't knocking down shots. So if he's not going to defend, because he can never defend at his size, at least offensively, he was giving you enough buckets to keep him on the court, and like Boston and other teams. He wasn't giving you them buckets, and I'm not saying he was never going to figure it out, but he hadn't done that yet. All right? Next up. Now, this is the shock to me. This one I don't 100% understand. Dwyane Wade. He got traded, and by the way, I'll get into where Isaiah went. Isaiah got traded to Los Angeles, but I'll get into that more. Give me a second. Dwyane Wade got traded to Miami, and they just kind of gave him away to Miami. They pretty much said, we won't have a role with you on this team anymore in Cleveland when we got Jordan Clarkson, and I'll get to that in a second, coming in. We don't want you on this team anymore. You're not going to run the second unit, and DWade had been running that second unit all year. Here's my opinion on this. LeBron, I'm not sure if LeBron signed off on every trade, but LeBron had to sign off on this trade. But obviously, no one's stupid. Dan Gilbert, the owner, and the GM, they know how close LeBron and DWade are. Something tells me DWade and LeBron had a conversation last night, and LeBron said, what do you want to do with your life? DWade said, I wouldn't mind going back to Miami. Someone relayed that message from LeBron's camp to the ownership in Cleveland. And LeBron and the Cavs worked out a deal and said, we're going to get you back to, we could trade you anywhere, right? Because DWade's only making $2 million a year. He was bought out by Chicago. They was like, yo, we can see you anywhere, but we're going to do you a favor. Here, instead of sending you to Memphis or sending you to Utah or Miami, you know what I mean, or anywhere else, excuse me, they said, we're going to send you to Miami where it all started for you. You got homes there. Gabrielle Union's going to like that. I've already seen her tweeting about it. Just go home. Just go home. It's like the kid that's in eyes. It's like the kid that you didn't try putting them in ISS and you didn't try suspending them for like 5 to 10 days in the past. I think if he's straightening it out and he's acting bad one day at school, just go home, bro. Just not today. Just go home. You done. So I think I'm pretty sure LeBron had to okay that. So you get rid of DWade. That's the only move that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, which would mean DWade had to have some sort of input in it and was okay with this move. That one doesn't make sense to me because every other move they made was to keep LeBron around. I'll get to that in a second. Next up, Jae Crowder. He has been traded as well. Like I said, a lot of deals happened. Jae Crowder was actually shipped to Utah. With Jae Crowder, he was supposed to be the 3-and-D guy. He wasn't knocking down shots like we thought he would. I'm starting to think like Isaiah Thomas. He was another one of those guys who really benefited from playing with Brad Stevens. Tyronn Lue's just not the coach that Brad Stevens is. Defensively, I think Jae Crowder lost a step this year. And again, he had a tough offseason as well. His mama died the day he got traded to Cleveland. A lot of people don't know that, right? With Jae Crowder, though, wasn't knocking down the shots consistently. Couldn't keep him on the court. A lot of nights, Jeff Green just looked better than him. But he's the better overall player, and it makes it tough to keep him on the court. They moved on from him. Here's another guy that I'm happy that they let go. I'm probably more happy they let this guy go than anybody, come to think about it. More than Isaiah. I changed my mind. Iman Shumpert hadn't played pretty much at all this season. I seen the announcement on the Shade Room yesterday that him and Tiana Taylor got a reality show coming. I don't know what this brother was thinking, but his mind was not on basketball. His mind was just not on basketball. His wife is more famous than him, and she's more talented than him. I'm sorry. This brother had not played a game. He's been hurt all year. He had to go. He got traded to Sacramento. He had to go. And he was one of those guys who I call him a Kardashian. His celebrity, like your girl know who Iman Shumpert is, right? Your girl who watches basketball in the finals and a couple regular season games. She'll watch when Golden State plays Cleveland, but your girl don't watch Iman Shumpert. I mean, she don't watch basketball like that, but she knows who Iman Shumpert is. That's a problem. Channing Frye. He got traded to the Lakers as well. So him and Isaiah Thomas and the Cleveland Cavaliers pick, their first round pick, not the Brooklyn pick. That's going to probably be top 10. Their first round pick got shipped to Los Angeles, and I can finally start to get into some of the guys who came back to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Channing Frye is a three-point shooter. The Lakers can use him, all right? So let's get into more or less what the Cavs got in return. So let's start off with the player that I like the most. Rodney Hood from Utah, he is hooping, all right? And I didn't even get into Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is somewhere around here. Derrick Rose got traded as well. Let's put Derrick Rose on the screen real quick. Derrick Rose got traded as well to Utah. And one guy that the Utah Jazz got back in return is Rodney Hood. Rodney Hood is a hooping lefty. He can hoop. He can score that basketball. LeBron ain't had a young guy like this in quite some time with the athleticism and the ability to just flat foot shoot the basketball like Rodney Hood. Rodney Hood can shoot with the best of them. LeBron's going to like him. Maybe he starts at 2 guard. Maybe he's the 6th guy off the bench. I would start him over J.R. Smith. Now LeBron's point guard now is George Hill. George Hill is a guy who's going to manage a game. You got him from Sacramento. Like I told you guys, Iman Shumpert is now in Sacramento. To just tell you the truth, the Cavs have been working on a deal with Sacramento for quite some time. The Sacramento Kings wanted the third team involved in the trade, and they finally got that third team involved. George Hill is a game manager. He is a Alex Smith for all my football fans out there of the Kansas City Chiefs. He's a game manager. He's not going to do too much, but he's always around. He's reliable, doesn't get injured a lot. He plays defense. He's a game manager. He's not going to wow you at point guard, but he's a game manager. I like George Hill a lot. Jordan Clarkson, he's another scorer. He's kind of in that Lou Williams type category. He can score the basketball. He ain't never played with a guy like LeBron James that's going to get him looks, though. Jordan Clarkson, again, like I said, maybe he's the guy that comes off the bench. I'm hearing that they might roll with him as the shooting guard off the bench. And you kind of roll with that lineup. You roll with Jordan Clarkson coming off the bench, and you let him lead that unit, and you roll with, I don't know, George Hill and JR in the backcourt, or maybe you go George Hill, JR backcourt, Rodney Hood at the 3, LeBron at the 4, then Kevin Love when he comes back at the 5. I don't know. Maybe you want to. They got pieces now. You can move this thing around so many different ways. Maybe you go George Hill at the point guard. Maybe you go Rodney Hood at the 2, LeBron at the 3, Kevin Love at the 4, Tristan at the 5. You got so many things you can do with this team right now, and these are good young players. Another guy they got, Larry Nance Jr. Got him from the Lakers. Like I said, that Lakers trade was Channing Frye, Isaiah Thomas, and Cleveland's pick for Larry Nance Jr. and Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson can jump. He'll be in the slam dunk competition this year. He can jump. He can do some things on the court. He's a nice role player. See, I think the thing that people are not understanding is the Cavs got rid of a lot of these guys who didn't want to be role players anymore. You got guys like DWade and Iman Shumpert. Heck, you still got Tristan Thompson and J.R. Smith. These guys' celebrity has come. You know, Tristan's with the Kardashian, and J.R. People know J.R. Smith. You know what I mean? Like, these guys' celebrity have become bigger than what they were as basketball players. I actually don't think that was the case with Isaiah Thomas. I just don't think people like him. So you done got rid of all those bad seeds. Nobody liked each other in the locker room. And now you're left with this team. So let's break down what I think about this team and what I think they could do. I think the Cavs have put them in a position. And I'm a guy who said I didn't think the Cavs were getting out of the East as of last night. I think the Cavs are getting out of the East. I want to tell you this. I think two teams made great trades today. I think the Cavs made a great trade, and I think the Lakers made a great trade for different reasons. The Cavs made a good trade for the short term. You made a good short-term trade. Now, long-term, it could backfire on them because you did help the Lakers get in a better position to get LeBron James. And I'll talk about that more in depth in another video, but to sum up a long story here for all my basketball fans out there, you gave the Lakers now have $47 million in cap room, and if they waive Lou Aldane this offseason and do for all my basketball heads out there, the waive and stretch, which is mean you buy him out and you pay him his money over a long period of time. So basketball heads, the Lakers can have up to $70 million in cap room this summer, which would mean they can go get LeBron James, Paul George, and if LeBron and Paul are on the same accord, they can go out there and get another max guy, right? Because most of the Lakers guys are on rookie deals. Lonzo, Brandon Ingram, Julius Randle, he's a free agent this summer. He might leave. He's probably going to be out of LA. But most of their guys are on rookie deals. And Isaiah Thomas, this is the last year of his deal. Channing Frye, last year his deal. So, you know what I mean? So the Lakers now have money to get LeBron, ironically, this year. So the Cavs put the Lakers in a better position to get LeBron. Now, from the Cavs perspective, you put your team in a position to at least try and go after a ring this year. Are they better than Golden State? No. But can they get out of the East? Yes. I think LeBron has enough to beat Kyrie Irving in the Eastern Conference Finals this year. I think they got enough. Now, I'm going to see the Cavs play tomorrow night in Atlanta against the Hawks. So I'm going to see this lineup for the first time first, right? I'm giving myself that birthday gift. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see this team. A couple guys might not play. We'll see. But in regards to how this is going to work from a chemistry standpoint, you got guys that are hungry, and that means something. Rodney Hood, these brothers want to get paid. Jordan Clarkson, he's got a contract, but I'm sure he can use some more money. These guys going to want to get paid. This is the best player they've ever played with. LeBron's an all-timer. You're playing with the guy who's dedicated his life to the game of basketball. Jordan Clarkson's like 23, 24. He's around my age. His whole life he's looked up to LeBron. You know what I mean? Like, now you get to play with him. Now you get to get game from him. I don't think guys like J.R. Smith and DWade looked at it as if they were getting game from LeBron James. DWade was like, shoot, I used to beat LeBron head to head back in my day when I had the legs and the knees. You got guys that are hungry again, that want to prove something. Young, athletic legs. Anybody that's telling you the Cavs are not better today than what they were yesterday are lying. Like LeBron got guys he can pass it to and knock down shots consistently. Clarkson's gonna want to hoop. Rodney Hood is gonna want to hoop. Larry Nance is gonna want to hustle and rebound. If Tristan Thompson is acting up, get out of the game. I got Larry Nance right now, and he gonna play hard. You know what I mean? And you make guys like J.R. Smith and Tristan Thompson, you make them know, like, look, you could get traded. I was gonna come on here and do a video. The Clippers and the Cavs had reached a deal last night, and it was all on the Cavs to say yes or no. And I was gonna make that video today until all this happened. The Clippers had said, look, Cavs, we'll take J.R. Smith and Tristan Thompson off your hand, but you got to give us that Brooklyn pick for DeAndre Jordan. That deal was going to happen. The Cavs were like, you know what? We want to keep our Brooklyn pick in case LeBron leaves, because I still think LeBron is leaving Cleveland, right? Because I don't think this puts you over the top against Golden State, and you traded his best friend DWade. And like I said, LeBron probably signed off on that. I'm just saying, this doesn't help you beat Golden State, excuse me. But if you're looking at it, the Clippers and the Cavs had a deal in place last night. I'm telling y'all something I know for DeAndre Jordan and they would have took on Tristan Thompson's contract. They only would have did that if they would have got that Brooklyn pick, which is going to be top 10. The Cavs were like, let's think about it. Give us a night to think about it. They was like, nah, LeBron leaving. We're going to keep our pick. We're going to keep that Brooklyn pick. We'll trade our own pick. We're going to call y'all bluff Clippers, and we're going to go make some more deals. So with all that being said, the Cavs won for this year, because that team that they had was not making the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm sorry. It was a mess. The team they got now is going to definitely make the Eastern Conference Finals, and I think make the NBA Finals. And I'm going to be honest with you, they're not beating Golden State, but these young legs, they could give the Warriors a game or two. Right? They can give them a game or two. The biggest concern I have about this team, and I'll finish up here, is that now LeBron is your closer. Like, I thought Isaiah Thomas at some point was going to figure it out enough to be the closer. And LeBron likes that. But when I watched that game yesterday, LeBron didn't trust Isaiah Thomas with the ball in his hand. There's a video of Isaiah Thomas on the last possession of the game in regulation. Go look at it. Against Minnesota last night. Isaiah Thomas is like this. Pass me the ball. I'm 5'9". Pass me the ball. He looked like a little kid on the court. And LeBron was like, forget you. I'm taking all the shots myself. And I don't know if LeBron would ever trust Isaiah. I want to believe he would have. But now LeBron's going to have to be the guy to take the big shots down the stretch. It ain't going to be Rodney Hood. It ain't going to be Jordan Clarkson. It's either A, going to be LeBron shooting or a pass off LeBron's hands. Period. Right? It's still LeBron making the play. So we'll see how that works out. But they still got Kyle Korver. They got shooters. Look, man, they got shooting all over the court. And LeBron has notoriously liked shooting around the court because it opens up the lane for him. I like what I seen today. I just broke all that down for you guys. My voice is shot, but I am so excited to go see this team to play tomorrow night in Atlanta. Woo! That is a lot. The Cleveland Cavaliers make a blockbuster trade. They got rid of everybody. I got some good old jokes, but they are not appropriate for the channel. So I'm going to leave them to myself. All I'm going to say is Dan Gilbert, the Cavs owner, woke up this morning and said, you get a nigga, you get a nigga, you get a nigga, you get it. He was trading niggas left and right. I mean, he took it back to the 1900s. Mr. TALIAFERRO TV, thank y'all for the time, love, and support. Whew, it's a lot. I tried to break that down to the best of my abilities. Thank y'all so much. I'm out.